Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Star Trek Voyager, Season 6, Episode 11, Fairhaven. This episode was really hard for me to get through. I seem to have good memories of this one, and even talking to some other people about it, I felt like this one was supposed to be a really good episode, and then watching it, every moment, I was like, is it over? Is it over? Is it over? And it's not. This episode, I feel like it's still watching it right now. It just never stopped. There's one good line in the whole thing that I'll get to. But most of this episode is more character study than anything, where it's all about Janeway having romantic feelings for a hologram. And so basically this whole episode boils down to a storm is coming to Voyager that magically enables them to go to warp, so they can and they can't outrun it in impulse. So Janeway's like, okay, we're just gonna stop, we're gonna stay right here, and we're gonna let the storm wash over us, and then we'll just continue on our way. In the meantime, Paris has made this amazing new holo program called Fairhaven, which is this Irish little city or town, whatever. And everybody loves it. Everybody's having a great time. Janeway even allows him to expand it into Holodeck 2, so to kind of make it even bigger. And it's kind of fun to watch, the doctor becomes the minister, and everybody's doing, arm wrestling and drinking, and Janeway ends up falling in love with the bartender, and, the single line that I absolutely loved, and I feel like most people know it already, is when she's changing the program, and she's like, make him taller, change his beard, change his IQ, change this, change that, and delete the wife. And, that's the one good line. I was like, wow, so you completely rewrote Tom's program to have the man of your dreams. Got it. Okay, moving on. And then as the program continues, he starts missing her because she knows it's wrong that she falls in love with him. And there is another good line where she's talking to the doctor, and he's like, have you had, intimate relations? And she's like, that's none of your business, which means yes. And so, I think this is only the second time we've seen Janeway, have feelings with somebody. The other one was that weird double cross episode. And so, as the episode continues, the storm really hits harder than they thought because it's a 3-day storm, and they have to pull energy from every system, and it basically wipes out 90% of the Fairhaven program. And so Janeway goes back, and she's like, show me this guy again. And she's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to make another change. Don't allow Catherine Janeway to make more changes. And she leaves. And that's basically it. This whole episode is Janeway having this on and off again relationship with a holo program while Voyager's hit with some weird space storm. I just could not get into it. I tried really hard. It's kind of interesting that at one point after Paris is only 10% survived, she's like, well, how long is it going to take to rebuild it? He says, well, it's 6 or 7 weeks. 6 weeks from now is when we get the sequel episode where we return to Fairhaven. So that's kind of cool that they either by accident or on purpose did that. But overall, this episode, I just couldn't get into it. I really didn't like it. So for those who have seen this one, did it stand out to you guys? What did you think? Thank you guys for everything, and I will see you guys next time for Blink of an Eye.